Welcome back to Lawn Dude on Earth. Before we start today's program, I want to send a special shout out to my buddy Chris, owner of Caribbean Services Inc., up there in the Alexandria area, local to me. You know, we converse back and forth here and there, mostly on Instagram. Just wanted to have a special shout out to him. Appreciate all the listening and the conversation, man. Take it easy. Hope y'all enjoy today's listen. Hope you enjoy today's topic. Now let's cue the intro. Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Today, what is going to be our topic? There's so many things I could go on at length at this moment in time. You know, it's just a lot going on in business. It's definitely a lot, man. It's been times lately where it's just kind of been like, what makes me choose this field? What y'all about to hear in the background is the ice maker. I know that's about to make some noise. But I'm in that mindset where it's like, what is it that makes me choose this field, man? Like, for real. Because there's so many challenges, and I feel like I've dealt with every last one of them this week. My main mowing rig is down. My mechanic is gone for a week on vacation. Much, well-earned vacation for him, because that man works around the clock. He definitely deserves that. Okay, so there's that. Today, real time, is Thursday. I do my big estate lawns. Got caught working in the rain. So then there's that. Grass is growing like crazy. Trying to keep up with it. Got a holiday weekend coming up. So, just trying to keep up with scheduling. There's that. But it's a blessing. I'll get to that. And then the lovely thing about being in this field that is still bothering me to this day is cash flow. This is an industry where you do your best to survive through the winter time because you're not really cutting or anything like that. You do snow removal in certain areas. I know us in Northern Virginia, we don't get snow that often, so can't even rely on that. You do cleanups for as long as you can, but you basically survive. You get your customers who pay for the whole entire year. That gets you through a couple more months. Then you get into April, you're happy to be cutting. I know for us, we start mulching in March. And then mowing, a lot of times I'm starting third or fourth week of March usually. So you figure you going into March or April with start of mowing. And then, especially if you're billing a monthly, you get that money at the end of April, but all you're doing is making up for all the stuff you weren't able to take care of while the cash flow was low because you weren't really working. And then usually in our field, we don't really get paid until May. So why would you want to be in this field, man? I know for me, one thing I changed this year was I do weekly prepay. and I'm still having a hard time getting used to it because a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie to you, I look at the bank account, I check it often, almost daily, and I'm like, man, this bill's coming up, and it doesn't seem like we're getting that much. Or, I got the few who are still monthly, like all the commercials. I'm looking at the bills, I'm just like, this isn't as much as I'm used to processing. But then I realize, duh, you big dummy. You're doing it monthly now, or I'm sorry, you're doing it weekly now. So it's gonna look like lower payouts, but you're doing it weekly versus one lump sum in the month. So, so it's definitely gonna look like a lower amount of income coming in being weekly. But it's just something to get used to. So I say all this to say this isn't an easy field to be in. And honestly, sometimes you sit around and you do wonder, why did I choose this field, man? Why? I know for me, like I said, I've dealt with all these issues in just this 1 week. And sometimes you have weeks like that, man, and it's frustrating to the point where you're like, man, I wish I had another career. But you know what? Every career has its issues. And as I speak, real time, I'm out here trying to knock these lawns out, knock these properties out. It's been super humid. I mean, super humid. But can't cry about it, man. I got to keep going. I could seriously be the guy who's out here going, oh my goodness, man, it's so hot. It was raining. Oh my gosh, it's raining. Crap, how am I going to get stuff done? Oh, my truck went down. Oh man, darn, how am I going to do it? Oh man, cash flow sucks in this business. I quit. I'm done. I quit. I can't do it no more. Psst. It's easy to be that way. It really is. But Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens me. That right there is a verse. Philippians 4:13. And I keep close to the vest each and every day, man. Some of these days, I ain't even gonna lie, man, they are tough. But my belief in God, man, my belief in God is what keeps me going. My motivation is what keeps me going. My whys are what keep me going. And if you haven't heard by now, which I don't know how you haven't, if you've heard my podcast, you know for a straight fact that my family is real important to me. I am a family man. And when I sit back and think about the things I would love them to be able to do, to continue to do, things I don't want them to have to experience, it is what pushes me. Like right now, I don't feel like we're where we need to be, man. I really don't. My business isn't where it's supposed to be. It really isn't. But am I looking at that as an excuse to just quit, give up on everything? No, I'm not. Put one foot in front of the other each and every day, man. And boy, does it get hard to do that. But I still don't quit. Keep moving forward. Some people won't wonder why I went solo.
towards the end of 2022 and why I'm still solo. I would love to have help. But you know what? My business isn't where I feel like it needs to be for me to have somebody else out here. There's systems and processes I would love to have. There's a cash flow that I would love to have in this business before I bring somebody else in and they need to depend on me to not only provide for them but possibly provide for their family by whatever paycheck I get them. And I want to be able to pay top dollar for that experience. So, you know what? I'm not where I should be. And that is one of the things that drives me. So, I'm sorry if I'm not the type that just quits because everything is difficult. I'm sorry if I'm not the guy that's going to be negative Nancy like half these other people when they go through half the stuff that I've been through. But you know what? I feel like God has molded me to be one of his toughest soldiers because he wouldn't put me through all this stuff if I could not get through it. So yeah, stuff is tough. We have challenges. We have frustrations. We have days when we want to quit the industry and go do something else. I'm not even going to lie to you. My plan down the road kind of has me taking a pivot out of the industry, but not without me hopefully setting up a team to still keep this going. It's not going to be because I quit. It's not going to be because I quit. But hey, man, we all in this together, man. We all in this together. You got to have that accountability sometimes, man. You can't just blame everybody else for things going on with you. I told you a long time ago, I hold myself to the highest possible standard. So when I sit here and look at the fact that my company is currently has a lot of debt, a lot of business debt. I have a ton of business debt for all this equipment, trucks, trailers, you name it. I don't blame anyone for that but myself. Did I need the stuff at the time? Yes. Do I still need the stuff? Yes. To keep up these commercial properties, I definitely have to have these things, but they cost a lot of debt. They cause a lot of debt for us to get those. So you know what? Part of my goals, man, and you can hold me accountable by me actually saying this. Like I said, accountability is huge for me. I would love to get this business as close to debt-free as possible. It doesn't have to be 100% debt-free, but I would like it to be pretty debt-free, if that makes any sense. So if I got a couple loans out that are smaller, whoop-de-doo. But that's one of my goals that I just made up just now. But that's my 2 cents worth of it, man. And I guess if I'm saying anything in this, if I want you to take away anything, it's stay strong. Stay strong. This career, actually, honestly, this job may not be for everyone. I heard this from the Contractor Fight with Tom Reber on a podcast. A job is just over broke. So do you have a company or do you have a job? And if you don't know the difference, you let me know. And if you don't know, once again, I'll actually go ahead and tell you. A job is something that you work. A business is something that you run, not one that runs you. Mine currently runs me because I'm out here doing each and everything. When I have a team out here, then I have a business. Right now I have a job, just over broke. I don't want just over broke. I don't want just over broke. I definitely don't want just over broke for my family. So I don't want to work this as a job. So you know what? Reality check. I need to do whatever I got to do to make this more of a company. And I need to do it sooner than later. I'm 35 years old right now. I'm not getting any younger. Need to get to it. But that's my 2 cents worth once again before I get fired up some more. Y'all take it easy. Be blessed. Peace. Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed, where we dive into deep topics, discussing not only the highlight reels, but we talk about the lowlight reels, the struggles, the successes. Anything we want to talk about for today, we will cover on this podcast. Once again, I appreciate you for listening to this. If you can, please give us a 5-star review. We are currently on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and still working on a few more. Thanks again for listening to us. Y'all be blessed. Peace.